Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitske. We begin with another deadly day in Kern County. Public Health announced 9 new deaths. In the past 2 days, Public Health has reported 24 deaths, most dating back from December. Now, December is our deadliest month on record since the pandemic first began. 157 people died that month. Now, here's what's interesting. We had a new reported death from July 14th. That was 205 days ago. It's not clear what the lag was in that reporting that death. Our death toll now stands at 650. Public Health also announced 439 new cases today. Over 23,000 people are currently infected with the virus and recovering at home. 270 people are suffering from more acute symptoms in the hospital. And all this comes ahead of Super Bowl weekend. Health officials are concerned the progress made in keeping the trend down could reverse if people gather for the big game. If numbers go back up, that could mean more restrictions, like keeping restaurants and schools closed even longer. The question looms, could the game become a super spreader?
Vulnerable time because people can be lulled into a false sense of security now that we're beginning to see a decrease in the rate of hospitalization and the incidence of new cases. Even Dr. Fauci said, quote, lay low and cool it, meaning he's really looking to send a clear message that at this Super Bowl, we really want small gatherings, those with whom you normally live, and really avoid public gatherings now that we're in this purple tier and restaurants are beginning to open for outdoor dining.
If you do plan on watching the big game, health experts urge you to stay home and only watch with those who live in your household. Now, switching gears to vaccines, Kern Public Health decides who is eligible to receive the vaccine after getting directions from the state and determining the vaccine supply. Now, those eligible for the vaccine right now include anyone 65 years or older, all healthcare workers, and first responders. And the next tier of people eligible for the vaccine will include teachers, childcare workers, those in emergency services, and family, or people who work in the food and agricultural industry. It is not clear yet when the vaccine will be available to this group in Kern County, but the state has given the okay. And Kern Public Health's website has a vaccine schedule that shows when you are eligible to receive the shot, plus an interactive map of providers offering the vaccine. If you are eligible, you can find the site nearest to you. Call that vaccine site to make an appointment. And you might be feeling burned out amid the ongoing pandemic. More than ever, people are stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. Well, joining us this afternoon is Jessica Myers. She's a physician's assistant who specializes in function and herbal medicine. Jessica, it is so nice to have you with us. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here today.
Well, my first question, what have you been seeing just throughout this pandemic in general?
Well, I see so many people that usually sleep well, having issues with sleeping at night, feeling refreshed when they wake up in the morning, and also feeling just an ongoing irritability that they can't shake throughout the day.
As the pandemic has progressed, it has put a lot of stress on people's mental health. People are isolated more than ever. What does this do to your body?
Well, when you are stressed, the fight or flight branch of your nervous system is in control. So that is important for short-term stress response, like if you were being chased by a lion. But when that stress goes on and on, we can get stuck in that mode and we forget how to tap into that rest and digest branch of the nervous system. So then our sleep suffers, our digestion suffers, and that can end up leading to numerous health complications like nutritional deficiencies, insomnia, fatigue, depression, and even heartburn. Have you felt any of that?
So I haven't, but what are some tips, if someone is struggling with any of those problems?
Absolutely. So to help your body learn to relax again, I teach all of my clients box breathing, as well as recommend adaptogenic herbs. So box breathing is my favorite breathing exercise because you can do it anywhere with no equipment. And it really is simple. So you spend 4 seconds to hit each side of the box. You spend 4 seconds taking a very deep breath in, hold for 4 seconds, exhale over 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds again before repeating that pattern again. And I recommend everyone to do this for 10 cycles in the morning and 10 cycles in the evening as basic preventive care for your nervous system. And like I said, I always pair that with some adaptogenic herbs. Are you familiar with adaptogens?
I'm not, but I think these are such valuable, important tips to remember, especially right now. We are struggling with so much stress and anxiety. Jessica, it is so great that you joined us today to kind of explain how we can, use tips like box breathing and everything to just help ourselves decompress and not be as stressed as we were maybe before. Thanks so much again.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Of course, you as well. All right, now in your 17 Crime Watch, the Bakersfield Police Department needs your help in identifying 4 men possibly involved in a catalytic converter theft investigation. BPD says the first suspect is Hispanic in his 20s with black hair, facial hair, and was last seen wearing a gray t-shirt and black pants with white lettering. The second suspect is Hispanic, also in his 20s, with black hair and facial hair. He was wearing a black t-shirt with a white logo and lettering. The third is Hispanic in his 30s with black hair and facial hair. He was last seen in a black t-shirt and dark pants. Now, the last suspect is Hispanic in his 40s. He was last wearing sunglasses, a black hooded sweatshirt, and jeans. If you know any of these men, call BPD at 327-7111. And Bakersfield police want to help keep you safe from this kind of theft. They posted some safety tips online. Now, always park in a garage or well-lit areas when possible. Security devices are available that attach to the converter, making it harder to steal, such as locks, shields, and alarms. Having the converter welded in place also makes it more difficult to remove. If you have a security system on your car, collaborate it to the vibration to set it off. That way your alarm will activate if a thief tries to saw off the converter. Install a video surveillance system around your garage, driveway, or business parking lot if you can. And the Delano Police Department's non-emergency phone line is out of service currently. You can call DPD for emergencies at 911. Now, DPD has set up a temporary phone line as they work to fix their other. You can call 667-3055 for all non-emergencies. And it's now been 45 days since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West are reported missing in California City. Police say they have found nothing that points to where the boys could be. The chief of police says his department has received around 2,500 tips, and they followed up on every one of them. The biological family of the boys held a candlelit prayer vigil Tuesday night. Dozens came from all over the state to pray and plan search parties. If you have any information, you should call the California City Police Department at 760-373-8606. And now to an update last night on the fight over a hen ordinance in Bakersfield and whether residents should be allowed to raise hens in their backyards. Now, in September, the city council approved the chicken ordinance by a 4-3 vote. Less than a month later, an organization called the Citizens for the Preservation of R1 Zones filed a lawsuit claiming the city violated the California Environmental Quality Act. In response, the council voted unanimously to delay implementation of the ordinance pending further study. Last night, the city council revised it, once again voting 4-3, this time voting to kill the ordinance entirely. Tomorrow is National Wear Red Day to raise awareness about heart disease and stroke in women. Heart disease remains the top cause of death in Kern County and remains the leading cause of death in women, more than all cancers combined. 1 in 3 women are likely to encounter some form of heart disease. Every February, we talk about women's heart health. Now, it continues to be a growing issue, but added on top of the pandemic.
People have put off their routine healthcare maintenance, especially if they have chronic medical conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol. And so we're suffering in the healthcare community because we're finding that patients are sicker when they arrive to the hospital or if they put off procedures or visiting their doctors.
Dr. Salvo says it's important to keep up with routine checkups. He also says that people have put on weight during the pandemic. He suggests getting up and moving for 30 minutes 5 days a week. And if you are looking for heart-healthy recipes, you can find them on our website, KGET.com, under the Wellness Wednesday tab. If you're looking for love but sick of your standard dating apps, there's a local solution coming up for you. Now, Dating Scene is holding an online speed dating event for singles in their 30s and 40s. Dating Scene says its goal is to bring single Christians together to have meaningful interactions. The Zoom meeting event is set for Thursday, February 11th from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. The theme for the event is Mardi Gras, so maybe put on something with a little New Orleans flavor. To sign up, we have a link for you on our website. Just head to KGET.com and click on the hot link icon. Tickets are $25. And yesterday, we told you about an anonymous photographer who reached out to us looking for a couple after capturing a very special moment. Well, with the help of social media, we were able to track them down. More than 500 of you shared an image in hopes of finding this couple. And as luck would have it, Joshua Bacher and Leslie Ortega, the newly engaged couple, came across the photo on Facebook.
She actually showed me first, and I'm like at first I'm just kind of like, what happened? And we got our original video, but to see it like blow up the way that it did, I mean, it's just really surreal, and it's really touching that so many people wanted to be a part of our special moment. So to see everybody saying congratulations, and it kind of warmed our hearts.
The photographer, who wants to remain anonymous, says they were capturing the nature at the Riverwalk when through their lens they saw Josh down on one knee. They quickly snapped a couple of pics, but was not able to catch up to the couple in time. That's when the photographer reached out to 17 News to locate this couple and gift them with a sweet moment.
It was just like a moment between us two. We didn't want to, go crazy with anything. Like, I had some extravagant ideas, but I don't think I was ever going to pull through, because I know that she just wanted like something super low key where no one could see it. She definitely didn't want me to do it in like a restaurant where she would have to say yes in front of a bunch of people. So the fact that we kind of got like what we both wanted, where like it was super discreet, like we just went to the park, I got to propose and she said yes, and that was kind of the end of it. But then to see like, wow, everyone sees it now. So, and she didn't have any pressure in the moment.
The photographer says they couldn't be happier to find out the couple has been found. And the couple says they are now in the beginning stages of planning a wedding.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to KGET.com.